Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Rangers Review special as we take a closer look at the heavily linked striker Danilo. Of course, Rangers have been rumoured about looking to prize him away from Feyenoord and become the seventh summer signing at Ibrox. I'm delighted to say we're joined by Eimert Pruis, who covers Feyenoord in great detail over there in the Netherlands, to give us a bit of an insight into the striker. Eimert, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Derek.
Yeah. Really looking forward to hearing a bit more about Danilo. He's a player that the Rangers supporters in the main are really excited about the possibility of pitching up at Ibrox. In terms of, before we get a bit of background on the player, Eimert, can you tell us a bit about you? Of course, you write about Feyenoord, and you're a supporter as well of the club.
Yeah, as a little boy, my nephew in Rotterdam took me to a game, and then I was mesmerized of the stadium, the Kuip, and I was just caught in the moment, and fan forever. So now I can call me a fan, and I'm really critical about the club as well. So I write a lot about it, and say a lot about it. So fair deal about the Feyenoord is a big part of my life, as you can say it.
Yeah, I bet you're delighted after last season winning the Eredivisie. You must be really pleased about how the club performed last season.
Yeah, it's totally different feeling because, well, with Arne Slot coming in, he already changed the mentality, the whole atmosphere in the club, and now we almost feel we can't say it in Rotterdam, but we almost feel like Amsterdam. We have a little bit of that arrogancy right now, like, hey, we're gonna win the title again next season, and that's really strange for us because we as Feyenoord fans, we are used to suffer. I don't know, Rangers. Well, he had a lot of suffering in the past as well, of course, with the history with the lower leagues, of course.
Yeah.
But Rangers, I think Rangers has a lot more titles than Feyenoord. And Feyenoord wins almost once in 10 years a title, and a lot of suffering, and always Ajax always winning the title, and that's like. But this time we can see us being champions again a coming season, and maybe performing well in the Champions League as well. So that's a totally different set of mind over here, and that's partly of the players, of course, but main part we think it's Arne Slot.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's been a great rise under Arne Slot, and it'll be interesting to see how you boys get on the Champions League next season. Who knows, if Rangers get through the qualifiers, we may be meeting again, just like the Europa League a few seasons ago. People are tuning in, of course, to learn more about Danilo. Now, of course, you guys bought him from Ajax last year.
He was free. He was free. It wasn't bought. He was free.
He was free, yeah. Can you guys give us a bit of an insight into how he performed with Feyenoord last year?
Yeah, he did well. He's in the big goal scorer, like you want maybe in the first team, but he's like more of a team player. And he did very well in the beginning because we have Santiago Gimenez. Maybe you know him, the Mexican striker. And he had little problems adapting first season. Danilo already lives for a long deal in the Netherlands. So he started immediately, and he made some important goals. And we saw him as a good player, and he's really he never complains when he's on the bench, and he was a great team player. And we love to see those players, of course, in Feyenoord. But then later on, he went to the bench when Gimenez performed, and Gimenez scored goal after goal. He had, I think, a series of 8 goals at Feyenoord in the competition. So, he was on the bench, but he never complained. And when he entered the pitch, he always had his contributions. And I think he's a really versatile striker. And we need him the first two games of the Champions League because Gimenez is suspended.
Yeah.
So Arne Slot is not really eager to let him go.
Yeah, we've been hearing that the move has been delayed because he's looking to perhaps get a replacement in before allowing him to leave. Well, the Feyenoord fans, you mentioned there that he's a great team player. Will they be sad to see him go, do you reckon?
Yeah, well, it depends. Well, Feyenoord needs a replacement, and Danilo is popular, but Jimenez is really the most popular by far player of Feyenoord,
Yeah.
and he's the number one striker. So, Feyenoord doesn't have any more strikers, so they really need first a replacement, and that's also what Slot says. Like, we can't sell a player like him. He was a great stand-in for Jimenez. Unless we have a replacement. So first need a new striker Rotterdam, then we sell it. But well, if Rangers offers what Feyenoord wants, what are they going to do?
Yeah, and I know Michael Beale was asked about interest in him after the recent friendly with Newcastle. He says he is a player that we like. I think a lot of people like him. He's not the only forward we're talking to. That's the one that seems to have been a lot more in public, but there's no news on it. I mean, you mentioned that he's a striker. Can you play in a number of positions in the forward line, Eimert, or is he an out-and-out striker, do you reckon?
No, he's really a central target man, but he isn't like Jimenez. He isn't the man in the box. He's more a little bit.
Comes deeper, does he?
Sorry?
Does he come a bit deeper? Yeah.
No, he's like he isn't like into the box. The positioning isn't really that great of him, but he has some great. He made some great strikes. He maybe you've seen some goals of him during the season that were great goals. And he's also you can expect some assist from him. He's like a team player. He knows how to play. He knows where the players are. So he has a good eye on that. So I think he can also he plays as a striker. But he can also be used like Slot used him to enter into the field as a number 10, like attacking midfielder, like an extra striker. So around Jimenez in this case. And I think, you already have Cyriel Dessers and Sam Lammers. We know them very well here as well.
Yeah.
So maybe Rangers is looking someone to link up with Dessers, for example, like he can walk around him or something.
Yeah, I was speaking to someone at Eimert and I asked him about Danilo and if he would suit Scottish football, and he said he thinks he would struggle. He doesn't quite have the physicality to deal with what is quite a brutal league at times. Do you think he can thrive in Scotland?
Yeah, that's exactly my doubt. The Scottish Premiership is, of course, a lot more physical than the Dutch Eredivisie.
Yeah.
You got a lot of space over here to play, and there his style of play suits it really well. So yeah, I see him like more of a La Liga or something. But yeah, that would be a real tough challenge for him because as you said, he did grew. I think in the last year when I see him, he did grew physically. He looks a lot stronger right now, but he also needs to use it right. You can be like big as a wall, but if you don't know how to use it, your body, so that he has to learn, and maybe he will learn it the hard way over there. But that's the main doubt exactly.
Yeah, he's not quite the physical stature of Cyriel Dessers, so I'll ask you about him shortly. But in terms of Rangers, of course, Feyenoord. It was a great season for them last year. Coming to Rangers, do you think he's got the mentality to play for a club that demands to win every single week, and the high expectation that the Rangers fans place upon the players? Do you think he can cope with that?
Yeah, I think that won't be a point because he, as a substitute, he always worked hard. He was also almost like friends with Jimenez. They pushed each other, and that's what you need in a club, right? In the selection, and I think he's educated by Ajax, and then he had a season on loan for Twente where he did well, and then Feyenoord picked him up on a free. But he's used to win every week and to get the pressure. And at Feyenoord, we know we have a lot of suffers, but that's also because the Feyenoord fans every year now it's immensely, but every year we have the biggest expectation that doesn't really meet the quality of the team. So he knows how to deal with that, and he's used to deal with that in Ajax for years. So don't think that would be a problem.
Yeah, interesting. And I've seen figures being bandied around of how much Feyenoord are looking around about. Well, I've seen just over £5 million, which would be about €6 million. Do you think that's about a fair price for Danilo? I mean, a player you got for nothing from Ajax?
The latest news I heard was they had €6 million with including bonuses, the third offer from Rangers.
Yeah.
And Feyenoord wants at least €7 million. I also talking euros. So I think they're really close. And I just the few days, Slot said we need the first replacement, then he goes. But when they offer like 7 million for a player you had on a free and is a substitute, you can't say no. I reckon. But Feyenoord also has at the moment a lot of money, enough money, so they are in the position to say no. But I think Feyenoord really needs a first replacement because, as I already said, in the Champions League, the first 2 games there won't be a striker. We need a striker, and Danilo would be the first one to pick up that position. So
how close are they about getting a replacement in? Has there been any players been linked with a move to Feyenoord at this time?
No, that's strange. There are some players linked, but not really anything real. Nothing real, because the priorities at Feyenoord are the wingers and the number 10. And they already bought a defender, so they need just first a winger. They're really close to Ivanusek, a Croatian international. But so the striker doesn't have any priority. But like Jimenez scored the winning goal, the Gold Cup for Mexico. We're already talking about that Tottenham Hotspur made an offer. I don't really know if that's real, but 40 million. And then with Rangers being really, really close to Danilo, I think they should shift priorities quickly.
And I wanted to ask you about Cyriel Dessers as well while we have you on. Eimert, of course, he has joined Rangers from Cremonese over in Italy, spent a season with you guys. You think you had the right to buy, and the move never materialised in a permanent transfer. How did he get on with Feyenoord? Were you sad not to see him sign a permanent deal?
Yeah, I thought we could have him for but the price was high, and we had a bit of a feeling it was a one season wonder. He did really well at Feyenoord, especially in Europe, where he scored a lot of goals, a lot of important goals. And always as a substitute as well. Because in the beginning and almost the whole season, he didn't really start. But at the last minutes, he went in and he almost scored every time in extra time, injury time. So he was like a real a target man, a real scorer. He has a great head. He knows how to give great headers, and I think at Cremonese, he always he started a lot of games. He didn't score a lot, but did score on regular basis. So I'm really curious how he will fit into the Rangers squad.
That's what he does well. And of course, you mentioned Sam Lammers as well, formerly of PSV and most recently at Atalanta. He's also joined Rangers. He's certainly one, speaking to a lot of people, Eimert, that they are really excited about. He's had maybe an unfortunate couple of seasons on loan at different clubs, and it hasn't quite worked for him. But from people I speak to, they say he's got real talent about him. How did he get on at PSV, and do you think he can do well at Rangers?
He had a good season at Heerenveen as well. And later on he had some trouble. He was bought from Atlanta really early, I think, in his career, and then some loan spells. Indeed, we didn't. He started, but he didn't. At Frankfurt, he didn't start a lot, but at Sampdoria, I think the latest. He was starting, but they relegated. So he needs some resurrection, and probably it might be that Rangers is that club to give him that new vibe again, the new energy. And if he feels at home, I think he can really, because he has the talent. I think he has more talent than Cyriel Dessers. So he really has the talent, and maybe I don't know how they would be lined up. Do have two strikers?
I think, he likes to play two strikers with someone just in behind as a sort of number 10. So, it'll be interesting. I think he played against Newcastle in a sort of up front as part of a 2, but he can play in as a number 10 as well.
Okay, well, that's maybe also the interest in Danilo, right? He can as number 10 and as a second striker.
Yeah.
So then I understand the interest with Danilo and Lammers, and they're all three interesting players that have a little bit of doubt in them, but also have the potential, especially Lammers and Danilo, to still grow and break through over there in Scotland.
Yeah, let's hope they do well. And just finally, just a quick word again on Feyenoord. You mentioned there, winning the league last season, the priorities heading into this season, what are they? Is it to retain the title? Will that be difficult with Ajax and PSV, of course? And what are the expectations next season?
Yeah, at the moment, when we see everything is really calm at Feyenoord, we didn't have a lot. We only we sold our captain, but for a great deal of money.
Yeah.
But we didn't really. We still have Geertruida, Bijlo, who was Manchester United was interested. So we're really pleased that we still have the basic squad of the championship season, and we have a lot of confidence at the moment. And as I said, we have this this new feeling right now, and we're not used to it. Like I said, we used to suffer. At this time, we think we might win it again. And Ajax is not really doing a lot on the transfer market right now. They have a lot of problems. They first need to sell to buy. PSV is doing very well with some nice signings with Ricardo Pepi and Noah Lang. But, Feyenoord can win it. And we still, there's with Arne Slot coming a little change of mind, change of setting. And that's also with buying and selling players. Like with Danilo, he really wants him to be the best for him. So if Danilo and arranges would be best for him, he will offer to work along. But he needs a better. He said every player that goes, I need a better replacement, and not suited with a talent that has the potential to be better. No, he wants a better one, and not an equal one. He wants a better one. Well, for that amount of money, for 6-7 million euros. I don't think at the moment you will buy a better striker than Danilo. So that's the real issue right now. And so Dennis de Kloeze, the director of Feyenoord, and the scouts need to, he work a lot. He find those pearls that might be better than Danilo. And that's a tough thing. And that's why Rangers is still in negotiating, and Feyenoord didn't accept at the moment anything.
Yeah. Well, he could possibly. He could replace him with. There's a player that Rangers released in the summer. Eimert Alfredo Morelos. You'll know all about. He scored 2 headers at the Kite back in the day. He's available in a free, still not fixed up with a club. So Arne Slot, I think he could do worse than maybe looking at Alfredo. But
that's the one I think I thought about when you said about the physicality, right? He's the physical one. He maybe a little bit over the edge. But he has that extra, that body, that he knows how to compete in the Premiership and maybe in the Premier League right now. Would be an interesting signing. I always like a surprising signing. So who knows? And if he's on a free, why not?
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm surprised he hasn't been fixed up as yet. He's a lot of questions about his mentality in the final season. I think that might have cost him a big move, but it will be interesting to see where he ends up. But certainly on a free, I'd imagine there'll be some clubs that would be willing to take a chance on him. But
maybe over there, Saudi Arabia.
Money's waiting. That's where all the money is at the moment, that's for sure. Well, it's been great having a chat with you. Thanks very much for that insight into Danilo, and likewise a bit of flavour on Dessers and Lammers as well. That's been fantastic. Thank you for having a chat with us, Eimert.
Yeah, you're very welcome.